One of the main challenges affecting IT and security teams today is sprawl, and it comes in many forms: management and monitoring tools, operating systems, apps, devices, and increasingly, this includes browsers as well. My name's Gabe Knuth, and I'm an endpoint security analyst here at Enterprise Strategy Group. And today I'm joined by Jon Lieberman, the CEO of Acium, a startup focused on unified browser management. Jon, thanks for joining. Can you tell me a bit about the genesis of Acium?
Absolutely. And thank you for inviting me here today. We started Acium because we saw a need in the market for a solution that provides an easy and non disruptive way for companies to secure and protect themselves from browser borne threats and attacks, which we know have become all too frequent these days. And our approach has been shaped by extensive feedback that we've gotten from the market, from CISOs, CIOs, heads of IT, heads of end user computing, combined with our team's century of extensive experience in cybersecurity. And what we've been told is that while web browser security is crucial and timely and needs to have new solutions now, organizations overwhelmingly prefer solutions that enhance their existing infrastructure without disruption.
Let's dig in a little bit. There's many approaches to deploying browsers today. There's RBI, which uses remote desktop-like functionality to execute browser-based workloads in a remote, secure location, remote browser isolation, right? Then there's enterprise browsers, which are standalone browsers with extra security controls and centralized management. Then there's browser extensions that add security controls to existing browsers. You resemble the latter two, but you're also quite different. Can you tell me more? Like, what have you built and what problems are you attempting to solve with your approach?
Yes, that's right. So, recognizing that Chrome, Edge, and Safari are used in over 90% of workplaces, we've designed ACM to seamlessly integrate with and secure all the established browsers. Now, that doesn't mean we can't manage any browser, which we can, that an organization might want to deploy that allows them to adapt to the reality of a diverse, enterprise landscape of browsers. So, in essence, ACM unifies management and security across an organization's entire browser ecosystem. And this enables the organization to provide centralized control over security, data privacy, and policy enforcement. This allows us to preserve familiar workflows while allowing companies to significantly boost their browser security. And we do this all without sacrificing productivity or the need to undertake massive change management.
So, consistently across all of my research, cybersecurity is the number one driver of tech investments and the number one concern in organizations. And it's easy to say, well, if you standardize on one browser, platform, OS, whatever, you can accomplish that goal. But of course, it's not that easy, especially when when we involve the end users. So sadly, orgs tend to make investments with this in mind, only to find out later that they've really just added another thing to manage and support. How does your approach help organizations meet their goals without contributing to this sprawl?
Yeah, that's spot on. So the reality is that the browser landscape is getting incredibly complex, especially with AI integration. Think Google's Gemini and Chrome, Microsoft's Copilot and Edge, and similar moves from Apple, Firefox, and others. And then you add in enterprise browsers and the inevitable rogue IT scenarios. Suffice it to say, it's a real challenge. And that's why we took a different approach. Instead of adding yet another browser or platform, ACM provides a unified solution to manage this growing sprawl and complexity. We give IT and security teams centralized control over all browsers, company mandated or user installed through a single portal. And this means enforcing policies, protecting data, and gaining full visibility across the entire browser ecosystem. What we're trying to do at the end of the day is simplify browser management, not complicate it. And this helps organizations meet their cybersecurity goals without adding to this tech sprawl that you're referring to.
This sounds great, and I think it'll be extremely useful right from the start. Can you share a bit about your roadmap and what the future looks like for ACM? You mentioned supporting all sorts of browsers and things like that. What's going to happen in the future?
Yes, so our near term goal is to support more browsers that will help us ensure that no browser is left unmanaged. That's our primary goal. We're also going to give companies the ability to unify management of browser extensions and gain actionable insights into extension and application usage. we're finding that there's a lot of need for that in the market. And this will help security and IT teams to identify risks and optimize security policies. Additionally, we're leveraging AI and ML to develop new features such as cross-browser PII data masking, which will protect sensitive data seamlessly across all browsers. And this is going to be especially important in industries such as healthcare, finance, and the public sector.
John, this has been fantastic. And I think this approach is going to make a lot of sense for organizations that, for one reason or another, need to support multiple browsers for the foreseeable future. I'm really looking forward to hearing back from your customers and the feedback that they've provided to you as you build momentum. Any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
Thank you, Gabe. I've enjoyed being here with you today. Our aim is to be browser agnostic, not force companies to choose one browser or another. Though there may be some overlap here and there, our goal is to be a browser management platform that helps companies address the challenges and goals that they have today with browser security. And we think our approach is the best way to do that while staying flexible for the future and ready for all of the browser innovation to come.